We play video games for a wide variety of reasons, to escape the mediocrity of life, to hang out with our friends, and even to simulate the in-depth socio-political scenarios that might come about from putting a monkey in human society and seeing what he gets up to with his newfound knowledge. He'll probably just tear stuff up and go crazy. He's a monkey. But the main reason most of us play video games is drawn from the satisfying mechanics laying deep within their gameplay. From throwing Kratos' axe to committing heinous acts as Mario, as you blatantly ignore the Geneva Convention to harness the power of mind control. But it's pretty satisfying, to be honest. While stories and systems might drive a game, mechanics are really the only reason we care. So today, let's have a look at the top 5 video game mechanics. Number 5, inventory management. While inventory management might be tedious and depressing in real life as you have to throw away all of your precious receipts. Not my receipts! Managing your inventory in video games is surprisingly satisfying if harnessed to its full potential. In Escape from Tarkov, quickly rearranging your backpack to neatly fit everything into it is like a fun, quick-time event, knowing that if you tarry too long, you are apt to get gunned down. Similarly, managing your loot in Apex Legends means that you always run the risk of depleting your resources within late-game fights, especially if you don't organize it effectively. Every good implementation of inventory management forces the player to ad-lib in order to succeed. And moving stuff over effectively to secure victory is what makes inventory management so satisfying. Number 4, drifting. There is nothing more satisfying than drifting in a racing game. That's actually a lie, because this is number 4, and there are 3 ahead of it. Sorry. But regardless, pulling a hard turn as you spin around a tight corner is a marvelous feeling of adrenaline as you attempt to perfectly align your car or cart to ensure that it is clean and efficient. A good drift makes you feel awesome while also cutting your course time down dramatically. Every race game that doesn't take itself too seriously includes drifting, as you burn tire rubber in Lonely Mountains downhill, slide in front of Chris Pratt to nab the win in Mario Kart, and best the most generic looking NPC of all time in Forza Horizons. No matter where it takes place, drifting is the king of racing game mechanics, and if the game doesn't have it, I don't play it.
No one cares.
I know. Number 3, gliding. Sometimes you look over the edge of the cliff and you say, I'm gonna jump! And then you quickly tap A to pull out Link's glider. Unless you can't. Being able to glide off large structures or mountains is an incredibly satisfying form of traversal, as it makes your trek to the top of this object worthwhile, allowing you to cover vast distances while holding back the tedium of marching back down. Not to mention, it elongates the beautiful view that these heights often provide. There are many good forms of gliding, from Horizon Forbidden West to Ori and the Will of the Wisp, but the king of the glide mechanic is unequivocally Breath of the Wild, as gliding from towers and mountains is the best way to traverse its world and discover secrets on your way down. Popping out the glider and drifting gently to the ground never gets old and is a mechanic I want in every game. Number 2, grappling hook. While the grappling hook might feel like a cheap mechanic used to hinge together broken spaces, I don't care, because I really like it. Hurtling straight at an object from a large distance is so satisfying as your hook clicks and zips, propelling you forward. So many games find sneaky ways to toss a grappling hook in to speed up traversal, from using it as a little magic trick in Death's Door to having it as a prosthetic arm in Sekiro. There are many ways to disguise it as a natural piece of the environment, but at the end of the day, as long as I'm whipping through the air at Mach 1, I really don't give a damn. Scarlet, I really don't give a damn. That's from the 1939 movie Gone with the Wind, but another movie is Spider-Man, and in the game Spider-Man you get to experience Z-ax rotational pivot joints, which are also known as Spidey time. This is also a type of grappling hook, and also a long tangent that is now over. You could say it's Gone with the Wind. Number 1, parrying. In this life, it's hard to ever feel cool, but in that one, I'm a ninja. There is no video game mechanic more satisfying than perfectly deflecting an incoming attack from an enemy, using their momentum against them to deliver an especially devastating blow back at them. The best one in all of the gaming universe is that of the sword-clashing riposte contained in Sekiro, as a well-timed parry can alter the course of a duel. The satisfaction of a perfect parry comes not from the landing of it, but rather the rhythm that it puts you in. You begin to gain confidence over your foe, putting them on the back of their foot as you take the lead. Mechanics are the things sewn into our gamer robes, and these 5 are the best any video game has to offer, in my opinion, but I would love to hear what you think, so please go down to the comment section below and type up your favorite 5 video game mechanics, and I'll go along and give it a little heart and say, that's great, honey! So do that. Bye.